Title: A Chance Encounter. Chapter 1: The Unexpected Meeting. Amelia's life had become a well-oiled machine of routine and predictability. At 32, she found comfort in her structured days as a marketing executive at a high-profile firm in downtown Chicago. Her mornings were filled with the hum of city traffic, the rich aroma of freshly brewed coffee, and the familiar clack of her keyboard. Her evenings were spent catching up on news and the occasional book, always in the comfort of her small apartment. One crisp autumn day, Amelia's routine was interrupted by a chance encounter that would set her life on an unexpected path. It began with a simple mishap: a spilled coffee. She had just stepped out of her favorite cafe with a to-go cup in hand when she collided with a man rushing past. The impact caused her coffee to splatter over her white blouse, leaving an unsightly brown stain. "Oh no! I'm so sorry," she exclaimed, her face flushing with embarrassment as she looked up at the man she had bumped into. He was tall, with a mop of unruly brown hair and a disarming smile that made Amelia's heart skip a beat. His blue eyes, framed by a pair of glasses, crinkled at the corners. "No, it's my fault," he said, his voice warm and reassuring. "I wasn't looking where I was going." Amelia fumbled with her napkins, trying to salvage her blouse. "It's really no problem. I should have been paying more attention." The man laughed softly. "Let me make it up to you. How about I buy you a new coffee?" Amelia hesitated for a moment. Her initial impulse was to decline the offer and simply go about her day, but there was something genuine in his eyes, a kindness that made her reconsider. "All right," she said with a smile. "That would be lovely." They walked back into the cafe together, and the man introduced himself as Ethan. He had a natural charm about him, and Amelia found herself surprisingly at ease with him. They chatted casually as they waited for her new coffee, discussing everything from favorite books to quirky habits. "I've always wondered," Ethan said, leaning casually against the counter, "what makes someone stick to a daily routine so rigidly." Amelia laughed. "I guess it's just comforting. Routine provides stability, especially when you're juggling work and everything else." Ethan nodded thoughtfully. "I get that. But sometimes, breaking the routine can lead to some of the most memorable experiences." Chapter 2: Unlikely Connections. Over the next few weeks, Amelia and Ethan's chance encounter blossomed into something neither of them had expected. They began meeting for coffee regularly, and their conversations grew deeper. Ethan was an artist who worked at a local gallery, and his passion for his work was infectious. Amelia found herself drawn to his creativity and the way he viewed the world. One crisp afternoon, as they walked through a park surrounded by the golden hues of autumn, Ethan turned to Amelia with a thoughtful expression. "You know, I never thought I'd meet someone who would challenge my perspective on life in such a short time." Amelia smiled, feeling a warmth in her chest. "And I never thought I'd find someone who makes me think about breaking my routine. You've opened my eyes to so much more." Their budding friendship soon took on a deeper, more intimate tone. They began sharing personal stories and secrets, and their connection grew stronger. Ethan's free-spirited nature contrasted sharply with Amelia's structured life, but rather than creating friction, it seemed to complement her in unexpected ways. One evening, after a particularly inspiring visit to a gallery, Amelia and Ethan found themselves sitting on a park bench under a canopy of stars. The air was cool, and the city's lights twinkled in the distance. "Do you believe in fate?" Ethan asked, his gaze fixed on the night sky. Amelia pondered the question for a moment. "I used to think that everything was just a series of random events. But now, I'm not so sure. Meeting you, it feels like more than just chance." Ethan turned to face her, his eyes searching hers. "I feel the same way. It's strange how one small event can change everything." As the weeks passed, their bond continued to grow. They shared laughter, deep conversations, and even moments of vulnerability. Amelia found herself looking forward to their time together, feeling a sense of completeness she hadn't realized was missing from her life. Chapter 3: Facing Challenges. Despite their growing closeness, not everything was smooth sailing. Ethan's lifestyle was vastly different from Amelia's. His work was unpredictable, and he often struggled with the financial instability that came with being an artist. Amelia, on the other hand, had a stable career and a predictable routine. One evening, as they sat in Amelia's apartment, Ethan seemed unusually quiet. "What's wrong?" Amelia asked, concern etched on her face. Ethan sighed and ran a hand through his hair. "I've been offered a chance to showcase my work at a major gallery in New York. It's a huge opportunity, but it means I'd have to leave Chicago for a while." Amelia's heart sank. The thought of him being so far away was difficult to bear. "That's amazing, Ethan. You should take it. It's a big step forward for your career." Ethan looked at her with a mixture of gratitude and sadness. "I want to, but it's hard to think about leaving you. We've built something special here, and I don't want to jeopardize that." Amelia took his hand in hers, her eyes filled with determination. "We'll make it work. If this opportunity is important to you, then you should go. We can figure out the rest as we go along." Ethan's expression softened, and he pulled her into a gentle embrace. "Thank you for understanding. It means more to me than you know." As Ethan prepared for his move to New York, Amelia supported him every step of the way. They spent their remaining time together savoring each moment, making memories they would cherish. They promised to stay connected, no matter the distance. Chapter 4: The Long-Distance Test. The first few weeks of their long-distance relationship were challenging. Amelia missed Ethan terribly, and the time difference made it difficult to coordinate their schedules. Despite the hurdles, they found creative ways to stay connected: late-night video calls, handwritten letters, and surprise care packages. Amelia took comfort in Ethan's words and his unwavering support. He would often tell her how much he missed her and how excited he was to share his new experiences with her. One evening, as Amelia sat alone in her apartment, she received a video call from Ethan. He looked excited and slightly nervous. "I have something to show you," he said, holding up a framed painting. Amelia's eyes widened in surprise. "That's beautiful. I've never seen anything like it."